1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the Mountain West Breakdown right here on Who Bangin' Sports Talk. This is brought to you by the Money Gang Sports. Do me a favor. Go to Twitter. Go to Money Gang Sports. Hit follow so you can stay up to date with all these breakdowns we bring you right here. You know what I'm saying? How y'all feeling tonight? Y'all all right? I'm all right. So I'm going to go right on into this. First up, we got Boise State. Boise State really disappointed me last week. I don't really cap special teams. There was a special team flaw, caused 2 touchdowns, totally threw everything off, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. They on the bye this week. They coming off the bye, they go see Wyoming. Next up, we got Utah State. Utah State, they played a little Tennessee Tech last week. They beat them 73-12. So they just had a little pushover. But this week, they see a rested Air Force. Air Force was on the bye week last week. They come in and see Air Force. Utah State's a really good team. You know, they had that good first game against Michigan State. Even though they lost, they showed up. They are tough. They're the meaning of tough. And they go see this Air Force team. I'm leaning for them to win, but I also like the under in this game because Air Force is fresh. And then, therefore, Air Force will kind of hold them in the first half. Maybe Utah State takes away with it in the second half. Next up, we got Wyoming. Wyoming played a little pushover in Wolford, but wasn't such a pushover because they barely won 17-14. This week is their bye week. Next week, they come out to see Boise State. Wyoming's just having a rough time in this whole little year they got going on. And, you know, they're not going to do too good in the Mountain West. They got a pretty tough schedule. They probably going to be banged up after these next few. But I'll keep you posted. Next, we're going to go to Air Force. We already talked about that. They coming off the bye. They go see Utah State. Then we got Colorado State. Colorado State took a road loss to Florida, 48-10. You know, can't be going to the SEC if you're from the Mountain West, not with your helmet on tight, because they will knock it off. And they knocked it off. This week they see Illinois State at home. This team can't find much offense. You know, Colorado State been struggling on offense. They got a solid defense. Illinois State not too tough. You know, they'll go ahead and probably get a win. And I think they go on a bye after that. Yeah, they go on a bye after that. So then New Mexico last week, 42-25 road win over New Mexico State. It was wonderful. They did a really good, nice performance. This week they have a bye week, and then they come out the bye week to play Liberty. That should be some fun, right? Liberty's tough, though. You know, they're making their way up. Better keep an eye on Liberty. They might shock somebody in the near future. We're going to move over to the west of the Mountain West with Fresno State. Fresno State had a 38-14 road win to UCLA. It was wonderful. 3 things matched. It was the third week. It was the third win in a row over UCLA. And UCLA is 0-3. But it was a great performance by Fresno State in that game, you know. And they're on their bye week as well. After that, they're going to open up to Toledo. That should be interesting. Next, we got San Diego State with the 28-21 home victory over ranked 23 Arizona State. I was high on Arizona State, and this kind of blew it out of me because Arizona State can't really move the ball on offense. This San Diego State is a run-first team, and they were able to run and pass on these guys all the way to victory. But this week, they have Eastern Michigan at home. This should be a lockdown for San Diego State. Eastern Michigan coming 2,300 miles to come see them at home in California. Should be a nice beatdown. Next, we got UNLV. They've been taking step-by-step chances to success. They go down to Arkansas State. Arkansas State is 10-4 at home versus non-conference opponents, and they're laying the 8.5. I definitely take a look at the Arkansas State in the first half. Then we have Nevada. Last week, Nevada was 37-35 home win to Pac-12's Oregon State. What a wonderful job Nevada did. This Mountain West teams match up pretty good with the Pac-12 teams. This week they go to see Toledo. Toledo is 4-0 and beat Nevada 37-24 last year. They got 12 returning starters from Toledo. Should secure the win. So I'm taking Toledo minus the 10.5. Just a little too much for Nevada. Next, we got San Jose State. San Jose State was 23-35 road loss against Pac-12's Oregon. They did a pretty good job hanging in there considering some of the beatdowns they done had. And this is their bye week, and they're going to open up after the bye week against Hawaii. Hawaii is on fire right now, which leads me to Hawaii. Hawaii last week took a road loss to Army. They did a really good job. A lot of people was against them. They jumped out early, even though they started at 6 a.m. and all the different restraints they said. But this week, they got a little pushover in degrees. I haven't got the line yet, but Hawaii should put a nice little 50-point beat down on them. And that's it from the Mountain West this week. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to all my low baggers. Shout out to Money Gang Sports, Who Bangin' Sports Talk right here. Tune in. Subscribe to Money Gang Sports on YouTube. Also check out the Low Bag Show. And stay tuned to some of this good information, man. Take it for what it's worth. I hope you guys all cash. Thanks for tuning in. I'm out of here. Salud.